On your marks, get set, bake.
I love that.
Good flavor.
That I really like.
That is delicious.
Bakers, your time is up.
Welcome back to the Tent People. It's a Great British Bake Off podcast hosted by me, the Internet's Tower713, and hosted by her, the Internet's Nick Jew.
You know what? I rarely watch baseball on TV. I forget what good background noise it is.
Just kind of grooving. Yeah, it was when all of a sudden I got a notification popped up around, I don't know, what was that, 1 o'clock? A day game? I was like,
Yeah.
"You day gaming?"
Yeah, I saw the schedule. I was like, great, I'll make my in-office day not Tuesday, so I can be at home and watch the game at 1:08. Such a very strange start time.
And that was literally the time I started work today. I had to take a half day because I had to go do some stuff with the kid. And I was like, I can't, there's too much going on at 1 o'clock in my day. So it's vibes. It's okay. No intro again this week. No sketch again this week. I got to think, is the sketches no more?
I think it's just you're going to get that one big one at the beginning of the season and then nothing. And I don't mind it because they're doing a little recap and everybody walking in. So the flow is fine, but It was just like they set us up so good with that first week sketch. And it was so good that now every week I'm like, come on. And it's not happening.
Gave me one for free and then didn't give me any more drugs. What's that about?
We're done.
What's I about to say? The intro, the recap. They do the recap on the English version. They've been doing a recap. They've been getting a recap this whole time.
Okay. Well, we're getting it on the American version now, which is nice.
Yeah. But don't let it cost me an intro. I should watch the English version and see if they got. I doubt it. They've gotten good with parody at this point, and so I doubt they changed up anything. But still, people, it's upsetting.
We miss our intro.
Yeah. So I like a little sketch, a little bit of comedy between those because they're very funny people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I don't know. Noah had been kind of sick earlier in the year and so forth, and so maybe it's just a lot on to put on my man's
like a scheduling thing. Yeah.
So we'll allow for it. It's just me and Nick today. You know what I'm saying? Which is vibes because we do a pretty good product. I like to think so.
Sure do.
But that means we're just gonna get into the action, and so I'm about to just give you some Bakers Make the World Go Round right now. Bakers make the world go round. Bakers Make the World Go Round. It's our little news segment we do every round. We try to keep it in the realm of baking, and if possible, bake off and or baking show related, which is a challenging thing to pull news for on the day Bake Off comes on in England.
Without getting spoiled?
Yes. So the technique that I've done so far is I just type in the word baking and click on news. So far so good. So far so good. So it's a fresh, literally published today story. Let me drag it on this side of the screen so I can read it. See you. And be looking down the barrel. Why are you being a butt, Firefox? All right, there we go. This is from the good people over at Delish Amanda McTass, MACTAS. So just in case I pronounced that wrong, it was on the byline. The Great American Baking Show Celebrity Halloween airs October 1st.
Cute.
I think so. What's a cozy bake without a little scare to go with it? In honor of spooky season, Roku is gathering some of the funniest comedians to bring some levity to the impending frights and jam tarts that'll come with the Great American Baking Show Celebrity Halloween. It's the latest in the streaming service's celebrity iteration of the franchise. Previous specials released were both Christmas and Super Bowl, but it marks the first ever Halloween edition. In Descent, you'll see comedians Patton Oswalt, love that. Rachel Dratch, I appreciate her. Leslie Jones, love Leslie Jones. And Adam
Hell yeah.
Adam Pallett's a real funny dude, so I gotta get down with him. And all competing in the kitchen with their bakes judged by none other than Prue Leith and Paul Hollywood. The contestants have 3 Halloween challenges to complete, along with a round of exposure therapy to face their greatest fears. That seems wild. Set your reminder for October 1st when the episode streams for free on the Roku channel. See how that goes now. Via Roku devices at therokuchannel.com, the Roku mobile app, as well as other bunch of TVs. Damn, Delish, you just wrote me a press release. Chill.
Okay.
I don't need to know about Android and iOS devices. Chill. This is going to be the first one with the host that replaced Zach, and I cannot think of his name.
It is Andrew Randall's.
And yeah, this will be his first one gig as the host, which is a nice little transition to you into it. Zach did the was that the summer one or was that the whatever this last one they did was, which I think was just like a holiday one, like a 4th of July type deal. It's like transition him out. And then,
Reminds me, I haven't watched that.
it's good. It ended up being real good, and I really appreciated the technical on that one. They made a key lime pie, and I like the way they did it. Like I'm like that. You should have saved that one for the real deal. I'll just get into the celebrity,
Right.
But hey, who am I? Crack this open over here. Sorry, y'all, I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to eventually be sharing with y'all, but that also means I have to keep some things cleaned up because it's so much stuff on my screen. All right. Now let's delve into it. Your remaining bakers in the tent are Aaron, Ian, Jasmine, Jessica, Leslie, Nadia, Natalia, Toby, and Tom.
Still so many people.
So many bakers, but you know what? I think I just got my flow of note writing a little tighter over this last couple of weeks because I was like, I don't feel like it took me as long, but I still got a lot of notes. So I think I got a flow going with my work situation here. Back to school is the theme of the week, and I'm like, is it though?
When they announced this was the theme this week, I was like, what the hell is that? But apparently they do all sorts of festivities surrounding back to school over there that we just don't do here in America.
We is missing out then because I'm like, this all seems kind of vibey, and
It was cool.
yeah, I dug it. I really did. So that is where we're going to be basing all the various bakes on this go round. Nick, set me up for this signature.
Let's get it. Our signature challenge is a batch of 12 identical flapjacks. Their flapjacks would need to be with the classic OD base, but also an extra filling or topping. They have 2 hours.
I'm gonna be real with you. When they say flapjacks,
Bruh.
I was stoned for such a loop.
When they started talking about them, I was like, okay, sure. And then Tom was talking about his flapjacks. I said, well, I am caught in American confusion because I thought a flapjack was a pancake.
Then they started talking about oats, and I was like, oh, maybe it's like a hoe cake. You know, they a little thicker.
Yeah.
They use oats. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, no, all this is wrong. Trust me, I had to go look it up so you can know too. A British flapjack, again British, because other people in the world don't know about it. Your girl from Ukraine was like, I don't know what this is.
I don't know what this is.
So this is definitely some straight up UK stuff. A flapjack, also known as a cereal bar, oat bar, or oat slice, is a baked bar cooked in a flat oven tin and cut into squares or rectangles made from rolled oats, fat, typically butter, brown sugar, and usually golden syrup. Flapjacks are similar to granola bars. Imagine real fancy high-end granola bars.
Yeah. I just, American confusion the
But
entire time.
fresh and scratch made is kind of amazing. So I kind of
Hmm.
think these could be fire.
Hmm.
So let's go through everybody's ideals and see what they pull off in the end. Tom, of course, comes up top and is like, I'm making apple crumble flapjacks. Those are the words that come out of his mouth for me not knowing what a flapjack is yet.
Yes, same. I was like, okay.
I'm like, plus I was just kind of like, what? We just gonna be frying up pancakes? That's bacon. It was bad.
Hmm. Hmm.
Set me up for just a lot of unnecessary anger. So his are going to be meant to resemble an apple. It's going to be that oat base we just discussed, topped with an apple puree, surrounded by a vanilla set custard, and encased in a white chocolate shell that should be painted to look like an apple, and then with a little chocolate stem on top. That's what it should do.
Hmm. Note.
Toby, carrot patch flapjacks. I was hyped about this. I love carrot cake. Carrot cake recipe where the flour is replaced with oats, including chopped dates, which I've never had in my carrot cake, but I'm not gonna be mad about it. It replaces raisins, I guess, because we do raisins.
Mm.
Huh. I wonder if dates is doing something better.
Then a raisin.
Yeah, because I can understand some people are not a fan of raisins. I don't know if they love dates, but I get that. Chopped toasted walnuts, topped with a cream cheese icing. He also is going to shape them like individual slices of cake. He has these what cookie cutters. I don't know what those are. So that's a plan. That's the plan. Ian's going for banana jack flapjacks. Again, the oat base covered in a walnut paste, white chocolate honey ganache, and caramelized banana. Jasmine's going for raspberry, chocolate, and hazelnut flapjack, including the oat base. Included in the oat base are freeze-dried raspberries. They're going to be covered in a chocolate ganache. Then she's going to top that with a bit of tempered chocolate. So you end up with multiple layers and textures, a little hard, a little soft, a little crumbly. So see how that works out. Aaron is going for lat snacks flapjacks. I don't know what lat is, and I probably should have looked that word up. But okay. Pumpkin seeds mixed into the base, which I'm like, okay, I'm already in. I like pumpkin seeds.
Hmm.
Topped with an Earl Grey flavored mascarpone
Give me.
with a lemon jam. And here in my notes, it says, seems custom built for Nick Jew's Lady Grey drinking ass.
Put it in my mouth.
Natalia's going for first day flapjacks flavored with an amaretto essence, chopped pecans, glacé cherries. If y'all don't know what glacé cherries are, because I just kind of seem to be throwing it around loosely, it's just maraschino cherries, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, sounds like it.
They look less dyed.
Yeah, like they weren't a day glow.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then those are going to be chopped up and added to the base. Of course, a little top on whatever. Leslie's going
They
for
don't use embalming fluid on their maraschino cherries, are they?
our whole situation is wild. I watched them make maraschino cherries. What was that show that used to be on Food Network? Unwrapped.
Oh, uh-huh.
And once upon a time, Mark Summers showed us how they make maraschino cherries, and I'm just like, y'all probably didn't have to do that
Yeah.
because
I'll never eat them again.
it pretty much involves breaking them bad boys down to just the flesh and
Yeah.
dyeing bitches. Like, well, they already are this color. What are we doing? It's okay, y'all. Leslie, this is a weird one to me. She's making basically a something for her based on her neighbor's preference.
Yeah.
So it's Dan, who was her neighbor, Dan's cherry Bakewell flapjacks. Y'all know what a Bakewell tart is. We've talked about it before. So this is what the flavor profile she's going for. The addition of a shortbread base is what's basically separating Leslie's flapjack from the standard recipe. She's going for multiple layers and textures. Between the shortbread and the oat base will be a layer of cherry jam. The whole thing will be topped with glacé cherry and some white chocolate decoration. Nadia's going for cherry and coconut flapjacks. Oat base to be topped with cherry jam, tempered chocolate, and desiccated coconut. Jessica's trying a red wine rendezvous flapjacks. Instead of golden syrup in the oat base, Jessica's using a spiced red wine reduction syrup.
Why?
She's topping the flapjack in piped dark chocolate and little poached pears. It sounds fire.
I see the vision. I see the vision, but it's always when somebody's like, "I'm gonna do this thing that sounds like I shouldn't do it."
Multiple times in the judge of this signature, people was like, I changed something between the time I practiced it and now.
Why?
And it's like, if you got it to work in practice, stick to the script. It's very disappointing, y'all.
Yeah.
Tom's up top. Needed the stem because he didn't get the stem made, y'all. He didn't get the chocolate stems made and ended up punching a hole in one of them. It's crazy. He was very rushed at the end. This is the first time I kind of seen Tom not hit his mark as he's supposed to. So, very clever, though. Absolutely says apple crumble. They really love it. Jasmine's up next. Love the intricacy of the decoration. Neat as a pin. Chewiness on point. Texture on point. Flavor on point. All boxes ticked.
The chewiness confused me. It's supposed to be chewy.
Like a granola bar.
Granola bar.
Yeah.
But you know how they like everything crunchy over there.
I mean, for once, they're on the right side of history.
Yeah.
Except they called it a flapjack, which is just, what is y'all doing? Yeah. Apparently, that goes back to Roman times. That's an old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that name is just goes back. So I'm like, all right, flapjack it is. Ian, the look of the caramelized banana slice makes Prue's mouth water. Whereas it makes my stomach ache a little bit. But that's just me, who don't eat bananas.
Unfortunately, I have been eating bananas lately.
If they work for you,
it's very weird how life changes. Because before I would just be eating bananas because I'm like, I should probably eat a banana. But now I had one that was the perfect sweetness today, and I was like, oh, this is delicious. Who am I?
I cannot even stomach the scent of them, Nick. Still, after all these years, it's like every now and again, Nessa just goes on a streak like, I gotta eat bananas. Like, why, baby?
Potassium. You need potassium. Your heart needs potassium in order to beat, but it is in everything.
Yeah. But walnut isn't hitting like it should. It's a bit soft and slightly underbaked. Ian then says, well, my point was I was trying to make a little banana bread situation.
Right.
And then Paul says, oh, well, then it's excellent.
Right.
Too much laughter. And then because that's something like, there you go, Ian. That's how you got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how your first day flapjacks. The triangle slices aren't neat. Disagree.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
I thought they looked great.
Yeah.
But apparently being a triangle was not doing it for them. So I lost that quick. Very chewy. The chocolate ganache is the overwhelming flavor. This is not seeming wrong to me. It's also a bit dry, making the texture off to Paul. Now, the dry part, I guess I can be upset about. Because you telling me it tastes like chocolatey and chewy? Yes.
Right.
Both.
But that's good, right?
For sure. Nadia. They keep putting Tanya and Nadia right back against each other. I think it's just to mess me up, y'all. I think it's intentional to do this to me. The size difference is dramatic. Not a lot of coconut and too much chocolate. He was like, it's like a half inch of chocolate on this thing. And I'm just like, what is wrong with that?
Yeah, I didn't.
Give me that, please. But the cherry is perfect. So I'm like, all right, well, that worked. Toby, lovely. No, look lovely. But too much cinnamon. The texture's great. And the problem being, he added more cinnamon because he said they liked it last week. Cinnamon. So he added it this week, essentially ruining the carrot cake flavor they were expecting.
Why would you do that?
It's like they loved it last week. Well, in that recipe, more cinnamon worked. Carrot cake has a specific flavor profile. Leave well enough alone. We'll just state it like it is.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica. Interesting and different. Prue likes the flavor, but finds the texture to be gluey. Paul says it's probably the pear's fault. It's end up softening up the whole thing. Then she also says, so you think if I would have added more jumbo oats, it would have been better? And they're like, yeah, that kind of probably would have worked. And then she admits that she reduced the amount of jumbo oats she had put in before practice because she thought it would work better. And I was just like, no.
Baby, no.
That is the secret. These things. If changing these things is like the secret to why this worked in practice, don't change anything.
But my thing is if it was working in practice, we talk about practice. Sorry.
Oh my God. Aaron, love the decoration. Looks beautiful and neat. And then Prue take a bite. Oh my God, she do her little dance. Delicious. The lemon gives it a lift, and Prue can taste the Earl Grey. Paul loves it, says it's a triumph. Well done.
I wanted nothing more than to taste that because I know.
Yeah.
Don't
It
give me
looked
everything I need.
good. Leslie. Oh, Leslie.
Oh, Leslie.
Has a real Bakewell flavor, but it's a little too sweet as the icing is thick, along with the glacé cherries, which are really sweet. Huge mistake with the shortbread base. Not your finest hour.
Damn.
See me after class. Paul was on one this week.
He was.
Like, sir, stop that. You're going to be giving some women a problem.
Noel had called Allison Miss Trunchbull in the opening. That was like, oh my God.
They was on this class stuff, you know what I'm saying? It was like it's Mr. Fielding and Miss, I forgot Allison's last name, Hammond. Miss Hammond. Yeah, I was like, okay, y'all chill. I don't like this love y'all putting out there. Oh my gosh. But that was your signature. It was signature in, y'all. I gotta tell you, it was a pretty solid. Once I got past the notion of flapjack as a everything was pretty good, and I thought everybody did pretty well.
Yeah, Tom's was really clever. If he had got that, they kept calling it a stock, and I'm like, isn't it just a stem?
It's a stem, but they called them flapjacks, Nick. We already started on the wrong foot.
If this episode could have a title, it would be American Confusion. I was just like, I
don't think y'all know what y'all talking about.
I certainly don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. Let's slide over to Tech, Nick. Hit him.
Technical challenge set by Prue this week. She said that they should prepare to do a lot of elbow grease. That is a direct quote. Do a lot of elbow grease. Okay. Then they're asked to bake school cake. Their school cake must consist of vanilla sponge, white glacé icing, and finish with sprinkles. They also need to make a judge of hot custard. Seems so easy, except they have to make everything from scratch, including the sprinkles. I did not mark a time. I think it was 2 hours.
2 hours to complete.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Let's go over a few notes, and we're gonna do some screen share. And I'm telling you right now, this is stuff that might only be in the live version of the show. We'll see how YouTube reacts to it. So apparently, school cake is a British classic. School cake is a simple sponge cake topped with a thick layer of white icing and a generous amount of rainbow sprinkles. Served with custard, pink or otherwise, or on its own. The pudding that takes you straight back to the dinner hall is how this is described. I had to hit pick up when I saw this. I was like, hold on. This is directly from the streets of the Great American Baking Show. The maker-owned sprinkles are directly from season 2 of the Roku version of the Great American Baking Show, where eventual winner and friend of the show, Mackenzie, made her own sprinkles for her show.
Her own sprinkles.
In the semifinal where she made a bomb. And that was made to look like an ice cream sundae. I'm about to share with you this video of just that. Again, if it don't hold up, you know what it is. You get it in the live show, you might not get it in the whatever show. So let me just share my screen real quick.
It does look like a child's birthday cake. It certainly screams that.
I think it's lovely. I love the colours. It just makes you smile. You can't not smile.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it in the time. It's got so much work in it. Did you bring the sprinklers in ready-made?
No, I made them.
You made them now?
Yeah.
It's excellent. Well done.
Boop. Share, and I'm gonna click play. Plus, it's probably gonna hiccup a little bit because it's the way streaming works. But I'm just gonna click play. Just look at that. See those sprinkles? And so I hit Mackenzie's the homie, so I hit Mackenzie up and was like, "Hey, you know they bit your whole fashion."
She
She's
begged
like, "No
those.
way!" And she goes, "You think that's the first time that ever happened? That I was the first time to make sprinkles?" And like, we watched this show with religiously and kind of with a fine tooth comb, and I've never seen somebody make their own sprinkles.
Pretty sure.
Exactly. And so she finally watched the episode and she's like,
Maybe before
"Who told
we
them
were
to make that
reviewing but
make it just like I
since
did?" And I go,
I don't
I'm telling
think
you,
so.
I'm like, lady, I'm telling you right now, you did that. Correct. Because it has gone from the Great American Bake Show, which you should be watching. Tell you that all the time. It's a very good show. The Roku version of it is a very good show. I'm not saying that
Legendary.
whatever versions weren't great, but the Roku version is pretty much it's just Bake Off.
With American bakers.
Yeah. So you should be getting down with the get down on that one. Man, this a solid technical is an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Having to make everything is a good bit of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And watching how they messed up for those that did mess up was like, okay, so I can kind of see where you're screwing up at. But it's like, it is the most basic cake recipe. And everybody seemed to think, I can do this. Till they couldn't. That's crazy.
Because there's so many techniques. You've got to make a cake from scratch. You've got to make that glacé. You've got to make a custard and sprinkles.
What's up with? So these are the same people who can constantly complain about something being too sweet. You're gonna get a whole slice of cake and then pour custard on top of it?
Right.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Wet cake. Absolutely.
For sure. But it's too much going on.
Yeah.
There. Far too much going on there. It's like, not wild for that one. But let us judge their output. Toby's up first. Icing, not too bad. Struggle with the bake in the middle. The sponge is nice, but Prue thinks it's too much vanilla in the custard, but a good consistency. I don't even know what too much vanilla would taste like.
Right.
Because I'm telling you right now, it's the secret ingredient in all my bakes. Things that don't even ask for vanilla, I throw vanilla in. When I make pancakes and or waffles, throw a little vanilla in them. I'm telling you right now, change your life. Leslie, a bit loud, and they're all over the place.
Damn.
The cake is quite nice to Prue, but a bit dense to Paul. Custard has a couple of lumps.
Lumpy custard.
Just don't make it.
If you're keeping
Just
score,
eat
Leslie, really not great signature. Lumpy custard.
Aaron, looks beautiful. Lovely height, nice and even, good cake, good sprinkles, good icing. Custard slightly thin. I think that could just be a preference thing.
Mm-hmm.
He might be a thinner custard guy. That seems to me like, I don't know. You just watch it, you're like, is that really too thin, or is it just too thin for your liking?
It was at this point when I said Aaron was going home this week. I'm like, oh, okay, shut me right up. You're gonna be the star baker, my guy.
For sure. Jessica haven't risen enough. Inconsistent sizes. However, it is a good cake that tastes nice. The custard has slightly split.
Good cake.
The fact that I have to be worried about lumps and splitting as possibilities means we shouldn't be doing this custard situation.
Which is why they should be doing it, because it's a highly technical skill thing.
For sure. The thing over there is they sell custard in cans. You just go out off the shelf. Nobody makes their custard no more.
But don't nobody make a school cake either.
Apparently, because old girl says she make it all the time.
Or they make it, it's like a box cake. True
indeed. Nadia, I need y'all to know when the judgment begins with, oh dear, you know what it is. The icing is all over the place and all over the edge. The icing is all over the edge. The sprinkles are all over the place. It's overbaked and dry. The custard's all right. It's not the Great American Custard Show. Great British Custard Show, y'all. Tom, these are small. Bit of height on one side. Sprinkles unevenly distributed. Cake's a little dry because it's dense. The custard is nice and smooth. Tom is terrible in technicals. Middle of the pack this week. I'm just to give you a little head of what's happening, but otherwise, come on, man. Him and technicals is what's going to get him is what I truly think, unless he just gets it together. Ian, all different shapes, which really frustrates Brooke, who at this point says it should be easy to get them all the same size. I'm like, y'all done pissed off Prue Lee.
Okay.
How? Don't do that to Dame Prue. She's such a sweetie.
Like y'all got
That's
a
how you-
ruler.
It's make that bitch square. Sorry, y'all. You bake that bad boy square and you cut it like you supposed to. It's just ridiculous. It's all you. The sprinkles are interesting. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Because was that a good interesting or a bad interesting? We're going to leave it at interesting. The cake is doughy, most likely due to the weight of the icing. But the cake is quite good, and the custard is good. Those things being said, the doughy part is probably what it is. I was like, well, that's a solid review. And then where she comes up in this in judging, I'm like, But then I get it right. It's the doughiness of the cake, which is throwing everything off. Jasmine looks good, quite even, nice height, good sprinkles. It's good. Custard's very good. Takes Paul back. Delicious. Seems to me that once again all the boxes have been ticked. Just pointing out to you. Let's rank them. Naughty, overbaked, and short one.
Damn.
And the custard is curdled.
Damn.
I forgot she was short
Right.
one. And I'm like,
did you make 11?
I think she. How did she cut that to manage that?
To make 11?
Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Natalia, too heavy on the icing. Who did the heavy icing on the donuts last week? Was it Natalia on the donuts last time?
It was, but I can't remember.
I think she just appreciates icing, and I like that for her.
I love icing.
In seventh is Jessica, and sixth is Tom. Like I said, middle of the pack. Fifth is Leslie. Fourth is Toby. Third is Ian. Second, Aaron. Pretty good. Just came down to neatness. And then first, 2 weeks straight, Jasmine, a beautiful cake, perfectly risen, sprinkles beautiful. In 4 episodes, there have been 2 people to take first in the technical. It's Techie Toby took them first 2 times. Jasmine got them the next 2 times. These are your bakers, people. These, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you right now, that technical, remember, it don't matter until it matters.
Until it matters.
And when it matters, it do matter. So just be aware, y'all. Nick, let us be showstoppery.
Showstopper Challenge is a spectacular summer fete, is how I would say that word. Summer fete stall display. The judges will be looking for an array of decorative themed treats that really capture the spirit of the summer school fete. The display should have at least 1 large bake and 2 batches of 12 smaller ones. They have 4.5.
Fete is spelled F-E with a, what is the arrow?
I
What's
don't
the
know
arrow?
what that one's called.
I don't know my punctuation that well. F-E with the weird thing, T-E. A fete is basically a school carnival.
And a stall.
Which I think literally means just that. I think they literally just have a little stall set up. And they did a little carnival situation. So I'm like, okay, that all.
The way that
worked.
they were pronouncing fete, American confusion.
Ukrainian confusion when it all said when it gets around to it. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Toby's up top. He's going for school days. This is Hookaduck number 1. Hookaduck is what do we? I don't know what we call that here. We have this game here.
Yeah, but it's
You used to try to catch a duck with a fishing pole.
Yeah.
At any old fair and carnival. Yeah. It's that. They call it Hookaduck. And this is Hookaduck number 1. How many will we end up with?
3.
Count with. That is not even the right answer. How you gonna give me the right?
It was more than 3?
Yes. Lemon and blueberry cake shaped like a kiddie pool filled with a blueberry reduction and cream cheese buttercream. That's the main. Remember, they got to make a main thing, which is basically a big old something. In this case, cake is what Tubby went with. He also is going to make shoe bun tennis balls, which are going to be filled with strawberry cream. He's going to make Parmesan biscuits sandwiched with chicken pate and ricotta. And I don't really want chicken pate, but it did kind of look good. And I kind of like the ideal of Parmesan crisp biscuits, whatever going on there. So I'm like, I might have to take a bite.
Apparently in America, we call that game duck pond.
Huh.
I like hookah
I don't,
better.
I don't think I've ever called it duck pond, but okay. Fishing for ducks. That's what I'm going to call it because that's what we doing. Jasmine, my favorite games. This is hookah duck number 2. Orange and elderflower kiddie pool. Rosemary pretzel quotes, I think it was pronounced quotes, or maybe something else. And hopscotch biscuits filled with raspberry jam. The quotes, whatever that is, I have it right here. I'm like, I could have swore I had that information. I did. Quots is a traditional game, or quotes, Quoits. Sorry about pronunciation. I don't recall how they pronounce it. Is a traditional game similar to horseshoes, where players throw rings, quotes, at a metal stake, hob, or pin, aiming to land the ring around the stake for points. She made them pretzel, and they look amazing. But that's not for me to judge. Tom, Cocknell is the name of his situation. I'm going to assume that's a town and or something. So we'll go with that. Hookah duck number 3. It's a red velvet kiddie pool this time, filled with cream cheese buttercream, vanilla creme brulee, Petri dishes. I like how they said Petri dishes. Yeah.
Such a clever idea. Disgusting, but clever.
The very notion of it, once again, one of the things that make my tummy hurt. Because he's going to make bacteria with little sugar circles. And I'm like, how about we just leave the bacteria out?
Right.
Just, that is an unnecessary addition. So it's going to make chocolate coconuts that are going to be filled with coconut mousse with a chocolate Genoa sponge that is soaked in rum. Apparently they have a game where you knock coconuts off rings. Don't know the name of that game is, but that's a game that apparently they have over yon. England weird. Leslie is going happy memories of the 70s. I forget that Leslie is old enough to have kicked it in the 70s.
Which is wild.
Not just existed, because she don't look
at all.
Yeah, lovely woman. An illusion cake made to look like a meat pie, flavored with coffee and walnuts, filled with brownies to represent the beef, the steak. Shortbread biscuits that are going to be filled with an apple jam and a rainbow meringue lollies that are going to be filled with lemon curd. And mind you, she had where does she come in technical? Middle of the pack.
Middle.
Yeah, 5th. She came in 5th, middle of the pack. But a poor showing in the signature. Yeah. Jessica, prehistoric pantry, a stout and caramel book. It's a cake made to be in the shape of a book with a triceratops popping out of it. So it's going to make marshmallow and raspberry jam filled biscuits and these chocolate dinosaur eggs that are going to be filled with chai spice ganache. Aaron, 4-hour relay bake edition. I love a name, y'all. Y'all know how I get down when people name their stuff. It's going for a giant macaron stopwatch filled with orange caramel and hazelnut mousse. Then he's going for peach cream filled cricket ball biscuits and mango and passion fruit filled ice bun tennis balls. Natalia is going for rucksack memories. And this is where fight and fate are not by Natalia. And I thought it was hilarious because walk up to her, Allison walk up to her and is like, have you ever seen a fate?
She said a fight?
And she goes, a fight? And she goes, yeah. She goes, oh yeah, I saw 2 British girls, punching each other. And Allison's like, no, a fight, not a fight. And she might as well just said the same words, y'all. A fight, not a fight. I'm like, girl, you and that accent has overwhelmed this woman in her accent.
Okay.
It just sounded like you were saying the same word. A fight, not a fight. What? Again, Allison's accent was on one. Just want y'all to know that. It's a citrus-filled backpack cake. She's going to make shortbread biscuit pencils and glazed apples filled with mousse and apple compote. She's going to make... if y'all seen the fruit on TikTok where somebody makes fruit that look like fruit, but then it's full with other stuff, she's doing that with apples. Yeah. Nadia is going for a traditional bake sale. That's just the name of her situation. And again, Nadia and Natalia right next to each other.
Oh,
Tim ain't set me up
to set you
for,
up.
to stumble. A giant vanilla cupcake. You gotta understand, she's gonna make a cake, but it's gonna be a big cupcake. I think I'm expressing that to you right. It's gonna be filled with lemon curd, topped with strawberry meringue. Then she's gonna make vanilla sugar shortbread biscuits with a lemon curd dip. Then she's making brownie burgers. But you have to understand, for the burgers, she's making brownies, of course. But then she's making donuts, splitting them bad boys in half
As the bun.
as the bun.
Brilliant.
Fire.
Brilliant.
Fire. And then she's also going to make you some strawberry glazed donuts. You know, she can let you know she can make donuts. Ian is going for the old school fate. Man, that word.
Fact.
He is going for one of those big back computer monitors. He's going to be made from funfetti cake filled with raspberry jam and vanilla buttercream, decorated in fondant. He's also going to make lemon pate de fruits, which is hook it up number 4.
Oh, I forgot he did a hook it up.
Along with chocolate blocks filled with shortbread and caramel. Y'all, I didn't ask. Were you showstopped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What got you? Which one was the one that you like? Okay, that's the one.
I was about to call her Jessica, but that is Jasmine's. It was really nice. I enjoyed Tom's as well. Aaron's I thought was really nice, except that it was kind of messy. Like his idea was cool.
Sound idea.
And the like tennis balls were cool. He just,
Yeah. My goodness. Well, here, before we judge, get this. Okay, everybody. Here's what they did, and here's how they judged it. Tom's up first, which is weird because I feel like Tom's been up first like all episode long. It's weird. But that can't be the case. We'll whatever.
Well, he was definitely first in the signature.
Yeah. What's up with that? Remember, he's making cocknole. They love the look. It's a fascinating display. Delicious red velvet cake, apparently. Perfectly baked.
It looked good.
The creme brulee has a nice texture, especially considering how thin it is. Because again, this is the depth of a petri dish, and so that's exactly the depth he made it at. The coconut flavor is good, as well as the cake inside of them. They're clever. Them. It's multiple times Paul Hollywood says that. They're clever. Them. Jasmine's up next. My favorite games. They like all of them. They look exquisite. The cake is good. The use of the essence just makes it taste a bit artificial. Prue loves the shape and flavor of the pretzels. The hopscotch biscuits are neat as a pin. Very nice. Amazing job. Style with substance. Toby, school days, as y'all recall, tennis balls are impressive. The pool looks a bit of a mess as the fondant or modeling chocolate, whatever he used to make the surround of the pool, just didn't come together as well. And the ducks are just made out of fondant. And I think Prue was a bit disappointed by that.
Yeah.
Because everybody else,
she wanted a little cake.
For that.
Cake of something.
The pool sponge, though, is beautifully baked. The strawberry and cream shoe buns are well done, really light and absolutely delicious. Paul likes the look of the Parmesan and rosemary sandwich biscuits. Love them, and the texture is fantastic. So, word to Toby. Ian, the old school fake. A bit too much plastic on his
Yo, he put a whole keyboard, a mouse, like, friend, you know what would have been awesome? If you made an illusion cake keyboard and mouse. He just put real things on the thing. I've never seen someone do that.
A real keyboard and mouse and a tiny inflatable kiddie pool. So everybody else, I'm just telling you, are making pools out of cake and so on and so on. In fact, cake is the centerpiece. But he went a different direction.
The way Paul threw that mouse, he was disgusting.
Also, yeah, I don't know where you got this from. This brand new. Is these filthy from your crib? Don't be putting this next to my food.
Right.
They love the flavor of the monitor cake, but the buttercream is gritty. The biscuits are mostly caramel and very, very sweet. As for the pâte fruits, the pastry is very good. It's a sablé, so it's like that sandy texture we've talked about in the past. So that was real good. But the meringue is so sweet and clearly wildly lemony as you see Paul eat it, and he just get that. Not as good as they know he can do. So just keep that in mind. Aaron, 4-hour relay bake edition, a bit flat and a bit untidy. But you're so good at flavors, Aaron, because of course he is. Just should have been neater. The buns are underproved, though. Very doughy.
He was
but the shortbread is
so close. He was so close.
Just stumbled at the end. Just stumbled at the finish. Natai, 4.5 hours. It's just because it was his piping was mid,
and the cake didn't rise.
Yeah, and of course the proof wasn't good on the bun. So it's things I don't know that he can actually necessarily fix. The piping he got to just work on that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be doing that, then know how to do it, or don't be bothered. It's gonna look terrible. But hey, Natalia's rucksack memories. They love the bag, the color and design. Love it. The curd filling is just zesty enough with a beautifully baked, nice soft sponge, nice crumbly biscuit, and the ganache is good too. Love the look of the apples, the texture spot on. It's delicious with the spice and the apples and everything else. Literally, they said everything else. All really good, and it looks good. Very good job.
Saved herself.
You think saved herself?
Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, she did have a bad tech, didn't she?
And she came in like second to last or last in the technical, and then her signature they did not like.
Yeah, because because the shape weirdos. Shape, get out of here. Leslie, I need y'all to know, absolutely crushed this. They like the height, looks great and charming. They love the cake. Both flavors are good. The biscuits are good, very appley. The meringues are well baked and nicely piped. Y'all have to see it. If you have, like I said, you don't watch this, it's weird you don't watch it, listen to us, but I guess that's what you want to do with your time. Do that. But I need you to know if you watch this, crush it. I feel like she saved her bacon. Again, she came in mid the technical, but I mean she had a very poor showing in the signature. That's why. Nadia, traditional bake sale, looks like they like the look of the burgers. The cake is slightly overbaked, but tastes good. The strawberry donuts have a good structure to them, but they taste kind of fake because again she used essence. The curd is wonderful and nice and sharp, and the sugar biscuit is nice. The brownie burgers are clever, and the brownie is good too. Prue sitting there like, my mind is telling me
it's a burger.
Yeah. It looked just like a little slider, y'all. It was really well done. Bringing up the rear here is Jessica. Prehistoric pantry. Triceratops is looking a bit sad.
It was just black and brown and. It looked like hills, like burnt hills.
Underwhelmed because it doesn't pop. The stout cake's texture is all wrong.
Damn.
The flavor is also wrong as there is a bitterness to it. They like the feet biscuit though. It is slightly underbaked. The chocolate eggs flavor is quite strong. Prue thinks she would dig it in small quantities. And Paul says, but it's not a small quantity, is it? L after L after L.
My God, on today.
I need y'all to know, I had her as one of the ones who was going to go far in this competition.
Same.
And instead, she went home this week.
My God.
Star Baker, 2 weeks in a row. It's Jasmine. Very proud of her. That's I'm like, yeah, you got some cooking lady.
She was great.
Yeah.
I thought Tom did really well too. I thought he was going to take it.
At this point, the expectation is Tom better do good.
Yeah.
But Tom, like I said, he's mid as terrible, except for the first time this week, and terrible in technical, actually. He didn't finish his signature in a way that they would have approved of. It was good, but it just wasn't done.
I mean, he missed those little stems.
It's those details.
Yeah.
And because he managed to hit those details in weeks past,
right,
it just looks worse for him this time.
I was very proud of Aaron.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
was so happy to be wrong about that. I don't know like when Leslie is going to get to the top of the pack, but I do feel like it's coming. I think she's our sleeper of the
Okay.
season. Natalia, I don't know. I think they like her a lot.
She do real good sometimes and then real bad sometimes. It's like it's very much like Poi Ma. And so that could be her
And if
undoing as well. You are
Iman
right.
couldn't keep saving herself in the showstopper, then neither could Natalia.
Yeah, for sure. Normally, y'all, we you can join us in the chat every Tuesday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure both to comment and subscribe, and also share with anybody you think will get down with what we're doing over here. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please give us some 5 stars. If you are so inclined, message us at podcast@stagecrunchyMilk.com or call, text, leave us a voicemail at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd certainly love to hear from you. And hear from you, of course, we have, you know, it's the big homie Frank.
Frank!
Thoughts on season 16, episode 4. Hey, Patisserie crew. First, yes, I wait until Saturday as to not risk spoiling anything for you all. And also, Extra Slice comes on Friday nights, and I like to include bits from there. I didn't know that came on Fridays. That's interesting because Bake Off comes on Tuesday in England, and the Extra Slice is on Friday. For whatever reason, I thought it was on Sunday, but that's on me. Episode 4, Return to School Week, turned out to be a fun episode. Mm-hmm. My favorite of the season so far. I hope they do something similar again in future seasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they can probably keep this up. Yeah, yeah, sign off on that. It's odd they're still not doing any opening skits. Thank you, Frank, since they were doing them regularly in past seasons. But they were all so into the school thing with their antics. Allison serving everyone milk and Paul calling students to detention that they made up for lack of a skit. Agree. Mm-hmm. Hey, I didn't think about that. Damn, good stuff. I love the technical challenge. Talk about separating the wheat from the chaff for sure. Mm-hmm. A good baker should be able to make a cake totally from scratch. Congrats to Jasmine for staying strong. Also, Aaron may be turned a corner. Good for him. Mm-hmm. Ian has got to get himself together. The computer monitor display was sad, and all those plastic props were a bad idea. Mm-hmm. Some suggest he should have made it a broken monitor and have smoke coming out of it like Tom did on his display. Yeah, Tom did a little bit of dry ice.
Yeah.
Which really shouldn't have impressed the room as much as it did, because come on, y'all, we all know what dry ice is doing, but okay, sure thing. Speaking of Tom is still Tom, of course, but it's good he's showing some humility and acknowledging how lucky he was with his signature. Alas, a sad goodbye to Jessica. This was a case of some strange bad luck. She definitely left too soon. On Extra Slice, she stated something was going wrong with her oven. After an hour and a half, it was still way underbaked. Then she panicked and didn't know what to do to recover. Prue was on Extra Slice as well and reassured Jessica that she is a very talented baker, but she allowed self-doubt to derail and undermine her. Mm-hmm. Jessica also sheepishly mentioned that she was closeted. Closest. Sorry, I don't know why I said closet, y'all. My goodness. It's because I see the word gays over here and I was going with that. My brain tried to play my girl. She was closest to Ian and most of the gays. Duh. On a special note, Jessica posted a drag king performance online, which was inspired by her time on GBBO. It is very special and must be seen. It's Paul Hollywood approved. It's on Instagram, link below. Trust me, I'm about to show it to y'all. By the way, she asked Prue if she would ever want to do drag king work. Prue was open to the idea. Love that.
Because she was so amazing as John Hammond.
Yeah. The other guest then talked about her Richard Attenborough drag for the season opener, Jurassic Park skit. All my best, Frank. And now let me show y'all Jessica's
I have been so thirsty to see Jessica in drag because I already know I'm gonna.
Well, this is, I think, pretty fun. And it's already going, y'all, so I'll let it play for a little bit. So, boom.
Oh, wait, I did see this.
She's so doing a little Paul Hollywood swag.
I knew I was going to love her in drag.
With these White Walker blue contacts in. It's a good time to be agile. You should check that out. And if I can remember to do so, I will put that link in the show notes for you. Yeah, love her. Love me some Jessica. Will miss her.
Yes,
Really,
definitely.
really was kind of like, oh my God, you really, you.
Let me tell you, I love everyone, but it should have been Ian.
If I was sending somebody home, yeah, if I had my hackles, yeah, he probably would have went. So I can sign off on that as well. He probably should have went. Another comment is from Brad over on Spotify. Brad said, "Great job, Chris." So, Chris, if you're listening to this, Brad told you, "Great job."
Yay!
Great job. Thanks, Brad. Next week is Chocolate Week. Chocolate Week is again, it's like a bread week one. That's one of the ones where it's like you cannot you shouldn't mess it up. You will mess it up.
You will.
Tempering chocolate. You saw this week when Nadia tried to temper chocolate for her signature, how quickly that went sideways.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope they all practice well and are prepared to do what they need to do to get through Chocolate Week.
And the villain of the show, the temperature of the tent, always shows up.
Yeah. And Chocolate Week, it's like they wait till like when it's gonna be hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chocolate Week is going on now then. So I can't wait to see what the results of this will be, and we'll crazy. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it just was like boom, you gone, but it's still going. So for a hot second, we just weren't on screen. I'll see what that looks like in post, but it still says live and recording, so I'm gonna assume we good. So that was crazy. Whole thing just bounced us. But like I said, we'll see what Chocolate Week brings us next week. I'm excited for that. I don't know who will be, if anyone will be on the show next week. If it is, I'll let you know. And if not, it was us. And we did that. That is, of course, Nick Jew.
The Yankees just lost, but really, I hope they both lose.
It's not that I love the Red Sox, but I really hate the Yankees.
I really hate them both.
So it's deep old school. Like, nah, man, I don't get down with you in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
I am the Stay with 713. Bake with us again next time. See you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
What happened to your ass? It used to be beautiful.
Stays crunchy and milk.